Okay, I should probably let you guys know what's been going on this past couple of months because I haven't uploaded in about 2 months or so. And there's been a couple of different reasons for that. Some of it ranging from nearly the worst time of my life all up to like some of the best times of my life. So there's been a lot of emotions going on recently. So I'm just going to kind of fill you guys in as to what's been happening and what's going to happen with this channel going forward. Now, the first thing to announce, I'll go from like the worst news up to the best news. So the first thing to kind of mention is that halfway through December, my dad unexpectedly died. He'd collapsed. He'd been taken to hospital. You could tell straight away from the way that the doctors were kind of talking that, unfortunately, he was unconscious and he wasn't going to regain consciousness. And there was a lot of issues kind of surrounding that. Unfortunately, he did pass, and I was spending a lot of time with my family. I think I did upload a couple of things, like drum covers here and there, but that was stuff that was recorded in batches kind of thing way beforehand. So I was just kind of drip feeding those out. I'm really going to miss him. My dad was definitely one of my heroes for various different reasons, and he was very supportive of my career and things. For anyone that doesn't know, obviously the room that I'm sat in at the moment, this is part of my business. This is Silver Lining Studios. It's my day-to-day job. I own and run this place along with my mum Denise. We've just hit 10 years. Like in fact, it's 10 years. October 2013 that we signed the lease, and then the following January 2014 that we actually opened up our doors for the first time. And this entire business, this entire enterprise, me and my dad and my mum, we all chipped in and we built this thing ourselves, and I'm very proud of what we accomplished. And I was really hoping that my dad was going to be there to see the 10-year anniversary. Like I say, my dad was very supportive, and that's where this business came from. He was showing his support by essentially building me my future. To kind of build on that as well, so to speak, one of the things that I wanted to get done, and this is something that we had in the works, months prior to his death, was that I wanted to have somewhere to set up my drums permanently, so that I didn't have to keep setting it up. And we talked about it for a while, and we came up with an idea as to what we were going to do for that. And one of the reasons why I've been away for so long is because we still went ahead with that plan. We just had to do it without him, and without his sort of expertise and his guidance, I kind of had to take the lead on it. And my skills are only so good when it comes to building rooms and things like that. So I just took what I got from him and tried to apply it the best I could. I will show you that in a second. This entire business came from the idea that I wanted to have my drum set up permanently. And again, we'll go back 11 years or whatever it is, and me and my dad were having this conversation in a pub. We were talking about it and the different ideas that we came up with, and we thought, well, we'll hire a unit somewhere, like an industrial unit. I can have my drum set up there, and then we'll try and maybe get someone else in to use the space to kind of help pay for it. So it was offsetting some of the cost. And then we thought, well, there's no other rehearsal spaces in the area, really, that are doing it to any kind of standard. So it just snowballed from there, and this idea of having multiple rooms, having a bigger unit. And eventually that's where this business came from. But he always said to me, one of the things that he kept saying to me ever since I started drumming when I was in my early teens, was that you've got to expand your horizons. Don't just play with one band, play with many artists, as many bands as you possibly can. And I tried to take that on board as best I could. Session work seemed to be the one that fit the bill in all the different ways. So I wanted to lean into that. And I came up with a plan with him a few months ago to sort of say, look, why don't we repurpose the control room that we had for recordings, because we're not doing as many recordings in this place anymore. And we're still going to continue to do them, but that's a whole other separate thing. But that space itself wasn't paying its way. It was just kind of dead space a lot of the time. We were using it as storage, if you like. So we decided to repurpose that area. And that's what I've been doing over the course of the Christmas period and New Year, and even throughout of most of January, there's still a very small amount of work to be done, but we're almost there. And I'm very pleased and very proud that it's turned out better than I was expecting it to. It almost looks exactly as the same as this backdrop that you've got behind me, because this backdrop is the one that you guys have seen for years and years and years. And I wanted that same vibe, I wanted that same style, because it's familiar to you guys, but I wanted to kind of revamp it a little bit and just make it a little bit more personal. So it's in keeping with the style of the room, but we wanted to just go something a little bit different. So I will show you guys that now. Just going to spin the camera around, I think. Might be a better way. Dead dramatic, this, isn't it? So that is my new space, and that is where I'm going to have my drum kit set up permanently, so I can start doing a lot more session work. I can also start cranking out some more videos for you guys on a regular basis. I am incredibly gutted that my dad wasn't here to help me do it and to see this into its completion. I'm going to do like a video for him. I just don't know quite what I'm going to do yet, whether it's going to be like a drum cover or something else. But something is going to come as a bit of a tribute for him. So we'll see how that goes. Now, all that being said, there was something else that was going on in all of this. So like I say, there was like the worst time of my life. And then we've got some good news, which is the space that I've got now for myself. But then there was also something else amazing that has happened. And I'm really excited to share this with you all. Around about mid-November, I made the decision that I wanted to propose to my girlfriend. And I had this whole thing laid out, and I chose the day that I was going to do it. I'd chosen the ring, it turned up, it was perfect, and I had this whole evening planned out. I took her and the kids to the same spot that me and Jenny had our first date, which was up at Wearmouth Low, and we went to a pub nearby that was serving some food. It wasn't great, the service wasn't great. We got to the end of the evening and we're just about to head to the car, and I thought, I'm still going to do it. You know, it's the plan. I'm sticking to the plan. And we went over to the stone wall at the side, and for anyone that's been up there, you'll know. But Wearmouth Low just has this fantastic view of like Manchester, Ashton. There's just like a bunch of different places that are just kind of scattered all over the place, and there's just so many lights, especially at night. It just glows, and it's such a lovely view. So I pulled out the box, and you know the box has got a little light in it with the ring and everything. And it was all dead romantic, and I'm quite proud of myself. But she was stunned, absolutely gobsmacked, and she said yes. As you can tell, I've got my own little ring as well. It's called a Mengagement ring. I didn't know they existed. I'm so happy that I did, because me and Jenny have just been such a great team over the past 3 years that we've been dating. It was difficult at first becoming stepdad to two kids, but it was a challenge that I'm so glad that I accepted, because they are fantastic. They are amazing kids. And I know it's a bit cliche to sort of say that, and I'm a little bit biased, but fine. They are amazing kids, and I love them dearly. I see them as my own. I'm so glad and so honoured that they've accepted me as their stepdad officially, So we're going to be setting a day at some point. We've got a lot to talk about with stuff like that. So as I said before, gone from worst part of my life to the best part of my life. So very mixed emotions, and it's just been a bit of an emotional roller coaster, as it were. So that's where I've been for the past few months. It's been all over the place, but things have started to settle down now, which I'm very grateful for. And we are going to be doing some really cool things on this channel soon. I've got a lot of things in the pipeline. I've got some really cool ideas, and I'm really hoping that I can start to get back to doing these on a weekly basis properly without stressing myself out. Because if you remember, was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. I took a bit of a hiatus. I took a bit of time off because I was burnt out. What was supposed to be just a month turned into like 6 months or something. So I don't want to be doing that again. I don't want to be burning out. But at the same time, I really enjoy making videos, and I really enjoy interacting with you guys in the comments. There's been quite a few videos where, stuff that's 6 years old are still getting comments, and I'm able to reply to them. And I love interacting with you guys and answering any questions that you guys have. So yes, please send me your questions from wherever it might be. I mean, drum-ish related, I suppose. But overall, the idea is that now that I've got my drum kit set up permanently, I can start cranking out videos to the same high standard that I've always done them. but more often, and something that I'm going to take in requests and things like that as well. So hopefully you guys will be getting more personalized and tailored content. Additionally, I have mentioned this before, but this is one of the main reasons why we've done this conversion is because I'm doing a lot more session work. So I've been working with artists already from all around the world, people from Canada, from Sweden, from Newcastle, very exotic. And I'm really excited about this because I get to work with some amazing people and some really talented artists so far. And I can't wait to work with even more. So if you have anything that you want me to play drums for, please do let me know. I'm going to be leaning into this really heavily. I even think about putting myself on Fiverr, freelancers website. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But I'm going to be mostly taking requests through my personal socials. Lastly, one other thing I'd just like to quickly mention is that over the past few months, another thing that I've been working on is an EP and album with Beyond Salvation. And I can't give away many more details than that. I can't really give you dates and things as to when stuff's coming out just yet. But stuff is coming very soon. We're going to have an EP very shortly. And we may have a music video to go with it. That's really cool. And an album to follow sometime after that. We do have some gigs coming up this year. Still a lot of stuff that's again in the pipeline and stuff that we're in talks with different people to kind of get stuff lined up. So we'll see how that goes over the coming weeks. But I'll try and let you guys know and keep you updated as best I can. As I said before, if you guys have any questions about anything that I've mentioned in this video, or if there's anything else about this channel that you're worried about and you want to voice your opinions or questions, just please send them over and I'll get them answered as soon as I possibly can. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.